can see how clear this camera is. Fuck. Eh? I know now. What's my business? So Windows. Let me open. Where do you want to teach with? Is it Chrome?
I'm not letting you chat. But you don't need trading that. I write and trading. What's it called? What's okay? Chat with the inbox. I'm not sending it to you.
Let me organize everything first. Someone said sharp. Okay, we have 10 people joined. So you guys can hear now, you guys can see now. Good, right? Is it lagging or is it fast? Is it okay? Like, am I hanging? Is it okay? I need you guys to go to the chat menu. Is it okay? Am I lagging? Is everything perfect? Is the video lagging? When I mean lagging, I mean, is it doing slow-mo or something? Someone said all good. Someone said no, you are not. Okay, so it's perfect. Good. So welcome guys. This is day one of the beginners class, right? And like I said, this class is basically just here to, to teach you guys the basic things about the forex market. If you're already a forex trader and you've been trading for a while, I mean, there's no point of you being here. The reason why I'm organizing this class is just for those people that that have been complaining that they don't have money to trade, they don't have money, they don't even know what trading is, right? Like they don't understand what trading is. Do you understand? So this is the class to teach you guys what's pips, what is leverage, because I'm very sure that most of you that have been calling yourself traders don't know what leverage is. Yeah. So what is pips? What is leverage? What is support and resistance? Stuff like that. Basic knowledge about the forex market that you can utilize. You get, because you cannot understand something if you don't know the definition of that thing. You get. You cannot say you want to learn how to trade when you don't know the definition of. If I ask you guys now, what is forex? What is forex? Someone say you are lagging from my end, but your voice is sharp. I mean, if I'm lagging, I want you guys to talk, so I'll know that I'm lagging, but I don't know. So basically, the purpose of this class is just to, teach you guys so you guys will be able to understand perfectly well. Okay, for beginners, actually, mostly for beginners. and I'll not be the one handling the class, right? I'll not be the one handling the class. You guys will be taught by Mr. Moses. Okay, he'll be the one to handle the whole beginners class because I mean it's not every time that I'll be teaching, talking. So Moses will be the one to handle the whole beginners class and explain things to you guys. So if there's any question, you can go to the chat. Do you guys suggest we open a chat forum for beginners, or you guys will use the normal community chat forum? What's your suggestion? What do you think? What do you guys think? Do you guys want to use the normal chat community, or should we open a new chat forum for the beginners? Okay, someone said new forum for the beginners, a new chat forum for beginners. Okay, not bad. So we'll open a new chat forum for the beginners. So chat community will be fine, in my opinion. Okay. Well, we should use the normal one so questions can be attended to in your absence. Exactly. Exactly. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yes, exactly. Because there are other people in the normal chat forum that when you ask questions, they will be able to attend to you without me being there. Do you understand? But if I create a new chat forum, everybody there is just going to be newbies and nobody will be able to answer questions. So I think that is a very, very good idea. So you guys can go to if you guys, I think you guys already have you guys know the chat forum, right? This is it. We have like 501 members there for the chat forum. So you guys can utilize that. Use that. If there's any question you have in the process of this whole learning, go there and ask your questions and you'll be answered and you'll be responded to, right? So like I said, I'll not be the one, I'm not the one to handle this class. Mr. Moses, comes. Mr. Moses. So Mr. Moses will be the one to handle the class. Can you guys see him? He'll be the one to handle the class, to teach you guys basically everything. He's just like he knows everything I know. Do you understand? Like he's also good in the business. Do you understand? So I'll leave him now to introduce himself. He's your teacher. Do you understand? He's your teacher. So I'll leave him now to introduce himself.
Okay. Thank you. Hello, guys. Good evening. Can you guys hear me? Please just comment. Let me know if you can hear me, right? So, if you can drop a comment. Can you hear me? Can you see me? So we get started. Okay, yeah. Someone said you can hear you. Yes, we can. Okay, thank you. Good evening. Welcome to day one of our beginners class. I am Moses Kanu by name, and I'll be your teacher throughout these 6 days. Right. So today is going to be very introductory. Right. Today is going to be very introductory. We're going to start with the introduction. So I think it's important for you guys to know what Forex is, to know why we trade Forex, to know what is traded in Forex, right? So today is going to be very introductory, and because of the technical issues we had previously, we've kind of taken up a little of your time, so we're sorry about that. So let's get started. At the end of this session, I'm going to drop the PDF. The PDF contains a summary of everything I'm going to say here. So you can just listen for now. I'll touch the important ones and everything else will be contained in the PDF. So I'm going to start with what is Forex? What is Forex trading? That's what we'll start with. So Forex trading is short for foreign exchange, right? Foreign exchange. My network is bad. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Someone said my network is bad. I don't know. I don't know. I can see that it's lagging, but if you can see my screen and hear me, then we can just use it for today. So we'll start with what is Forex. So Forex is short for foreign exchange. It's a global marketplace for buying and selling currency pairs. Right? You know what the currency is? A currency is a million. Okay, yes, the video is lagging. Yeah, sorry, you guys we just have to manage the video for today, right? Because sorry, we'll fix it some other time. So Forex is short for foreign exchange, and it's a global marketplace for buying and for selling currency pairs. You know what the currency is? The currency is basically a medium of exchange, right? Every country has its own currency. The way Nigeria has the naira, the same way England has the GBP, the Great British Pound. You know, the US has the United States dollars. So that's what we're going to be trading. But we're not going to be trading them alone. We're going to be trading them in pairs. So we call them currency pairs because those two currencies are traded against each other. So we're going to be buying and we're going to be selling currency pairs. And a currency pair could be something like so let me get the text. The currency pairs could be something like euro slash. I don't know if you guys can see my screen. Can you guys see what I'm writing? So can you see what I'm writing? It's too small. So a currency pair could be something like euro USD, right? And with euro USD, these are two pairs being traded against each other. So euro stands for obviously the euros, and it's traded against the United States dollars, which is USD. So that's what we trade. We trade a pair against the second pair, like Euro USD. We have USD slash JPY, which is another currency pair that's been traded in Forex. And USD JPY is United States dollars slash the Japanese yen. So that's basically what we trade. We buy and we sell currency pairs, basically. So now, why do people trade Forex? Because I feel like if you venture into this business, you need to have a why. Why are you doing it? So people trade for accessibility, right? Accessibility meaning you can start trading Forex with as little as $100, $50. Some brokers literally can allow you to deposit as low as $10, right? So you can see it's very accessible. You don't need to start with like $1 million. You need to start with too much. And because of that accessibility, it births freedom in a way, right? Because it's so accessible, you're free to trade from anywhere in the world and just make your cool cash from your phone. So I think that's the dream, as opposed to the traditional way of making money where you have to go to work, you have to do this, you have to do that before you make money. Trading, you can do it from your phone. You can make a living out of it if you're really serious and if you give it the time. So it's very accessible to people. You can start with as little as possible, right? And then profit potential. Why do people trade Forex? People trade Forex for the profit potential. So in this market, you start to gain so much, but I won't just say you start to gain. I'll also let you know the risk involved in trading. But that's why it's good to have someone to show you the ropes, because even if there are risks involved, you can still make calculated risk. You don't need to lose everything trading. No, no. You only lose everything trading if you can calculate your risk enough. So yes, there are risks involved in trading, but there's a lot of profit potential while trading, and it's very lucrative, right? So we'll move on to some common terms and some common definitions in trading. Common terms and definitions in forex trading. So first off, we have currency pairs, which I mentioned earlier. Currency pairs, common terms and definitions. Sorry. Yeah. So first off, we have currency pairs, which I explained earlier. These are two currencies traded against each other, like the euro slash the USD. that's a currency pair. You can buy or you can sell it. The USD slash the JPY is another currency pair. So that's currency. And for every currency pair, we have what we call the base currency and the quote currency. Let me write it down for you. Base in every pair is divided into two parts. Sorry. The first part of the currency pair is called the base, and the second part is called the quote. Now, the base is the first currency in the pair. So a pair of euro slash USD, euro becomes the base, USD becomes the quote. So the base is the first part of a currency pair, while the quote is the second part of currency pair. So then we have long. You oftentimes hear people say, "I'm going long" or "I'm buying." This means what going long means is that you're buying a certain currency, right? And because you're buying, you're expecting it to rise in value. To just say going long means buying a currency pair. And once you buy a currency pair, you're expecting it to increase in value. You're expecting it to kind of go upwards. That's what it means by going long. But going short in Forex means you are selling a particular currency pair. Now, what it means by selling is that you're expecting that pair to fall in value, you're expecting it to go down. So when you hear long and when you hear short, that's what it means. You're either buying long or you're selling short. So what do people trade? Yes, there are major currency pairs that people trade. And some major currency pairs, so let me write it down, major currency pairs that people trade. There are a lot of currency pairs, but these are just the majors. So we have Euro slash USD. I think Euro USD is one of the most traded pairs, in the scale. It's a very major pair to trade. So you have two USD slash JPY, which means United States dollars slash the Japanese yen. You can have another currency pair, GBP slash USD is another major currency pair that people trade. This stands for the Great British Pound slash the United States dollars. That's another major currency pair which people trade. You have USD slash CHF. This is the United States dollar slash the Swiss franc. Now, this is another major currency pair. So you have a lot of currency pairs, but these are just like a summary of the major ones people trade. You often hear someone say, "Okay, I'm buying Euro USD," right? It means I'm expecting the euro, that's the base currency, to increase in value against the United States dollars. That's what it means to buy Euro USD. If you hear someone say, "I'm selling Euro USD," it means you're expecting euro to lose value to short as compared to the United States dollars. So these are some of the major currency pairs that we trade. And also the Forex market is open 245. So it's open 24 hours, 5 days a week. So it doesn't close it doesn't close at night. The market does not sleep at night. It's just that it's not open during the weekends. So 5 days a week, the markets are open 245, 24 hours, 5 days a week. So the Forex market is broken into what we call sessions, right? Sessions. And sessions are split into four major trading sessions. First off, you have the Sydney session, and I will send the exact details. They're in the PDF, which I'll send to you. So the Sydney session opens, this is the first session that opens the trading week. On Sunday night, it opens with the Sydney session. It's really low volume, low volatility. There's not much trading activity happening in the Sydney session, right? So now you have the Asian session. This is like countries like Japan, for instance. This is when like the Japanese bank is open. There's trading activity happening in the Japanese bank. So which makes the Asian session one of the major trading sessions out of the four. You have the London session. London session is argued to be one of the most active sessions of trading. London session opens at 8 a.m. Nigerian time to 5 p.m. Nigerian time. It's considered one of the most active trading sessions globally. It has a very high liquidity and major price moves happen during this session. So a lot of people actually just wake up to trade the London session, right? So they just wait for 8 a.m. in the morning. Once the London session opens, they start trading. So that's how it is. So that is the London session. We also have the New York session. Now the New York session opens at 1 p.m. It's driven by the US. That's why it's called New York session. It's driven by the US markets and Wall Street. It opens at 1 p.m. and it closes at 10 p.m. in the evening, in the night rather. So those are the four major sessions. So let me write it down. One, I said the Sydney session. Two, I said the Asian session. Three, I said the London session. And then four, I said the New York session. So these are the four major sessions of trading. During the sessions, there's usually trading activity in different parts of the world. Like the Asian session, the Japanese banks are open. People can get the London session, the English banks are open, the New York session, the US markets are moving, Wall Street is moving. So London session, like I said, is the most active session. People usually look forward to London session. It opens at 8 a.m. in the morning and closes at 5 p.m. in the evening. So there are a lot of traders that only trade London session. So they wake up 8 a.m. in the morning and they get the trading day started by 8 a.m. Before 5 p.m. they're already done with their profits and they're out. So it's whatever you make it to be. Trading is whatever you want it to be for you. There are some people that trade only New York session. So they wake up by 1 p.m., look for trades, and also that's it. There's something I want to talk on. I want to talk on what we call session overlaps. Session overlap. Now, session overlap, remember this will be in the PDF I was saying, but let me just explain it here. A session overlap is when two sessions are open at the same time, right? The most active session overlap we have is the London. It's called the London and New York overlap. So, like I said, the London session opens at 8 a.m. and closes by 5 p.m. But the New York session opens at 1 p.m. and closes by 10 p.m. So there's a little 4-hour period but from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. where London and New York session are open at the same time. So that's what's called an overlap. When two sessions are open at the same time, that's called an overlap. Now, the market tends to be more volatile during overlaps because there are two sessions open at the same time. So there's more trading activity conducted within that period, within that window. So there's a 4-hour window every day where two sessions are open at the same time. So people really take advantage of that because at that time you kind of see markets become a little volatile. There's a little bit more volume being introduced to the market. So that's what an overlap is. So yes, I wrote it down in the PDF. Best times to trade are mostly during overlaps. There's high volatility, there's high liquidity in the market. So that's all for sessions and session overlaps. So I'd just like to break here and I would like you to comment if you're following so far. Don't worry, towards the end of the video, I'll take questions so you can ask. But for now, please go to the comment section. Are you following? Are you with me? Can you still hear me? Can you still see me? So just let me know before I continue. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me? There's no comments. Jesus. Am I talking to myself? Am I talking to myself? Yes, we are following. Okay, that's enough. That's good enough for me. So moving on. We're going to talk on the types of analysis in Forex. In fact, I'll first tell you what an analysis in Forex is. So we don't just Forex is buying or selling a currency pair. So you won't just wake up in the market and buy the pair. You won't just wake up in the morning and buy a pair, or you just wake up in the evening and sell a pair. No, you have to conduct some form of analysis first, which will now point in the direction, which will now tell you, should I buy or should I sell this pair? So that's what I'm going to talk on now. There are two major types of analysis. There's the technical analysis and there's the fundamental analysis. The technical analysis, let me write it down. Analysis, what the hell? Analysis in Forex trading. What's in Forex, right? Like I said, there are two main types of analysis. There's one, the technical analysis. There's a technical analysis. And there's two, the fundamental analysis. The fundamental analysis. Now, the technical analysis is the study of price charts and indicators, although we don't really use indicators to trade in the Finished Code Academy. We trade pure price action, we look at the market, we understand structure. But technical analysis is the study of price charts, price action, and indicators. Now we study this price action to make informed decisions. I would say technical analysis is the study of previous price action to make future, to try to predict what's going to happen in the future, right? The study of previous price action to try to know which direction the market is headed to. So this is, I'll just give you like a cheat sheet. In subsequent classes, we're going to open the chart and we're going to do everything. But for now, you guys, this is a beginner. So this is basically what the chart look like. And technical analysis says from this chart, you analyze these candlesticks and put in a layman's terms, make informed decisions to know what direction is the market going to. Is the market going up or is it going down? Am I buying or am I selling based on what I can see on the chart? So that's technical analysis. Then two, we have fundamental analysis. Fundamental analysis focuses on economic news impact. People who treat fundamental analysis look at things like GDP, that's the gross domestic product of maybe a country or something like that. They look at inflation, sorry. They look at interest rates, they look at political events, they look at speeches. Trump will wake up in the morning, say one wild comment, and somebody will take a trade off that comment. That's fundamental analysis. They don't really dabble into the charts. We do technical analysis. In Finished Code Academy, we trade technical analysis. We look at the charts, we look at the price action, and then we buy and sell according to what the charts are saying. But there are people who don't do like that. There are people who look for news, wait for economic events. People literally wait for earthquakes. Someone can take a trade based off an earthquake that happened because earthquake could affect the economy of a country, and the person could like that country's currency, something like that. So that's what fundamental analysis is: trading news, making decisions of economical events. So yes, that's fundamental analysis. So like I said, I'll recap now. Two types of analysis: technical analysis and fundamental analysis. That's what I was writing. Technical analysis and fundamental analysis. Yep. Technical and fundamental. Technical being the study of price action. You look at the chart, you look at that. I told you what a base currency, I told you what a quote currency is. So I'm going to okay, so they're telling me my network is unstable. So I hope you guys are still hearing me. Okay, it's back now. Sorry. Let's continue. So I'm sorry, we're going to round off now. So we're going to talk on the risk in Forex trading because I'm going to talk about what we call the psychological risk. So people usually come into Forex trading and see it as a get rich quick scheme. So they think it's a Ponzi scheme. They think it's one of those businesses where you put $10 and collect $1 million. No, you shouldn't look at it like that. It's the wrong way to go about it. So I think trading is very psychological. It's very mental, right? So you need to approach the market with discipline, a good psychology. So if because this is day one, I'm just going to let you guys know that approaching this class, you should come in here with an open mind, right? And you should come in here with there's nothing so hard about it. You just bend down, give it the effort, and give it the time needed. Then you too can become profitable in the long run. So that's what I want to talk about. That is psychological risk of forex trading. Sorry. So once you know that, once you put that at the back of your mind, we are going to have a very wonderful class. It's going to be a 6 days class, and don't worry, it's going to be eventful. So the audio is lagging. Someone said the audio is lagging. Can you guys hear me? Is the audio lagging? Is the audio lagging? So that's it. Forex is very exciting. Okay, you can hear me now. Okay. It's very exciting. It's very if you can manage your emotions, manage your psychology, then you see success in forex trading. So this brings us to the end of day one. This is very introductory, very what is, I was just defining what things were. I defined what Forex was, I defined analysis. So, definition of terms for day one. From day two, we are going to go deeper. I'm going to talk on more topics, and yeah, and at the end, we're going to have a final exam because, like we mentioned, as a bonus, we're going to give 3 people full access to our course. So I hope you're one of those 3. So that brings me to the close. If you have any questions, I'm going to take 1 or 2 questions. I'm not going to take much because you guys asked me a lot of questions. So if you have any questions, just drop it in the chat. In the chat forum. If there are any questions, if there's anything you want to say, you can say it in the chat. Any questions? Do I end the session here? Do I end the session here? It seems there's no question for today. What is the time for London and New York overlap? Yeah, that's a good question. The London session opens at 8 a.m. What's the sentimental analysis? Okay. London session opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 5 p.m. New York session opens at 1 p.m. and then closes at 10 p.m. So the overlap is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. It's a 4-hour overlap. 1 p.m. Nigerian time, please note this is Nigerian time. So if you're not in Nigeria, convert to Nigerian time. So the overlap is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's the overlap for London session and New York session. All right? You understand? Who asked that question? Kingsley, do you get? Yes, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. London session, 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. New York session, but the overlap is 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. That's the overlap. The overlap is just 4 hours. And it's going to be, it's going to be in the, it's going to be in the PDF that I will drop. After this, I'm going to drop a PDF. Everything I said there will be in that PDF. So it's going to be there. That was a nice question. Thank you. Kingsley, thank you for understanding. Okay, what is sentimental analysis? Yeah, Mohammed. That's a good one. That is the third type of market analysis. There's technical, there's fundamental, and there's sentiment. I didn't add sentiment. I didn't say sentiment, but it's in the PDF because we don't really trade sentiment. Nobody does. So sentiment is more like a feeling, right? It's used to gauge how other traders are feeling towards a pair. So I think it's more of trading the market emotions, like how other traders are feeling, other traders feeling fear. They're feeling fear, then you could make a sentimental analysis that okay, we should short this pair because other people are scared at this point. And then feeling hopeful, all right? If you see that other traders, if you can go on Twitter and see that a lot of traders are hopeful that this pair is going to go up, then you can buy and push it up. are there feeling fear. So it's really sentimental, it's really emotional. You get so it's just how other traders are feeling about the pair, and then you make your decision from that. So yeah, Mohammed, do you understand what I just said? That is sentimental analysis. So we don't really trade that. No, I don't think I've seen anyone really trade sentimental analysis. But it's a good question. Any other question? I think we should end now. We already wasted a lot of your time. So thank you guys for tuning in. No, please, I can hear you. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's session. I will see you guys tomorrow by 7 p.m. and God bless. I'm going to end the live stream now. You can also watch the recording. It's on our it will be stored on our YouTube. So ensure to like, ensure to comment, and thank you. Goodbye. Good night.